is Leah. If you're new here, I like to film Disney vlogs and Disney videos and little lifestyle videos like days of my life, life as mom, things like that. Basically just all the things that I enjoy. But today I wanted to film a Disney Plan With Me vlog. We are heading to Disney when you're watching this, we might already be there, but as of right now, we are heading to Disney in about a week and a half. So I am starting with my little planner here to kind of map out our trip, and then I wanted to just film a video doing that with you guys. So get cozy. I got my little Walt Disney World crew neck on from our last trip. I'm filming in my daughter's room right now, who is napping. So if you see some of her things, that is why she is napping in my room. So get cozy. I will walk you guys through how I plan our Disney trips together. Get a little fun drink. I have my little poppy drink, and I'm gonna light this Grand Floridian scented candle from Magic Candle Company in the background, and we are just gonna get right to planning. I have made a little outline on my phone of the different things that I wanted to talk about as we plan, and yeah, let's just get started. If you haven't ordered any candles from this company, they smell so good. Specifically the Pirates ride, I kind of thought it was going to be terrible because I don't love the smell of the water in the ride, but it's so musky. It's such a good scent. So if you haven't checked them out, definitely check them out. This one's the Grand Floridian scent, which is the resort that we stayed at most recently for our honeymoon, and it was amazing. So let's get this lit and get to planning. So I am a big iPad girly. I like to make little outlines on my iPad. So I actually created a planner on here. This was inspired by Katie Brown. If you follow her, she is a Disney vlogger here on YouTube. She makes great videos, and I wanted to make my own planner. So it looks like this, and it starts with this. So I have a My Disney Trip bucket list page, and then each page is kind of laid out for your daily plan. So each page has a schedule for the day, the date, the resort that you're staying at, your transportation, your mode of transportation, whatever park you're going to that day, breakfast, lunch, dinner, snacks, and then whatever show times that you specifically want to see. So I've already started filling this out, and I'm just going to kind of go through what our plans are each day, and then we can fill out the last one together. I haven't done our last day yet. This trip, we are going with my husband's grandparents. They are DVC members, so sometimes we get lucky and they invite us on trips. So they have invited us so kindly on this trip. So we are staying at 2 resorts that we have yet to stay at. So I have a goal of getting to stay at all the Disney resorts, and we have stayed at a lot of them. Currently, I think we have stayed at Port Orleans Riverside. We did Grand Floridian last trip, as well as Animal Kingdom Lodge, Art of Animation, Saratoga Springs. That's a favorite for us. We stay there when we travel with family, typically. And then I'm sure there's some that I'm missing, but this trip specifically, I'm so excited. We are staying at the Riviera for 2 nights, and then we are at the Boardwalk for 2 nights. Those are 2 of my husband's grandparents' DVC membership resorts. So we are just so lucky that we get to stay here. And we stayed at Art of Animation before, but I've never really experienced being on the Skyliner loop. I was busy the day that we stayed there. I go photograph a wedding, so I didn't actually get to experience that resort and being on the Skyliner loop. So this is a first for me. We are going from the 25th of February to March 1st, so it's a short trip, but it was a little bit last minute. We were supposed to go to Disneyland Paris this year, and it just kind of fell through. So we decided to take this trip last minute, and this is kind of what we have planned so far. I will input screen grabs of the little planner here of each day. So bucket list items, I'll start with that for this trip, and I'm just gonna write those out and then we can kind of go through it. So this is going to be a more chill trip because we have, like I said, we did Disney a couple times last year, and this year we're just kind of taking it easy. So I didn't have too many bucket list items, but The very first bucket list item that I have is Tiana's Bayou Adventure. So I have yet to ride this ride. The last time we went was for our honeymoon and it was open, but we were not able to secure a virtual queue or a single lightning lane for this ride. So that is like the top tier of my bucket list right now. Another thing we would want to do this trip is the Frozen ride. I love that ride. We didn't get to do it last time. My daughter is 1.5 and she is big into Frozen right now, so we really want to get her on the Frozen ride. She loves Elsa, she loves Anna, she loves Olaf, so I think that'll be super fun. Another bucket list item, because we are staying at the boardwalk this time, one of our favorite breakfast spots to eat at Disney is Trattoria Al Forno. Hopefully I am saying that correctly. So that is on my Disney bucket list this time, and we do have a reservation on our last day for that restaurant. I really want to do pin trading this time, so I want to get some pin packs and really try to dive into that a little bit. I've been super into watching the pin trading lately, so that is on my bucket list, and just spending time at the resort pools. We have not been to the Riviera before, like I mentioned. We have not stayed at the boardwalk. Well, I personally have not stayed at the boardwalk, but my husband has. And I really want to check out the pools at both resorts and just kind of spend some time checking out the resorts, maybe seeing the different resorts that are on the Skyliner loop. And yeah, that is my bucket list items for this trip. I am also doing something special on like one of our last days of the trip, so that will be exciting. So let's just start going through the days. The 25th is the day that we travel to Disney. So we have a flight out of Philly from at like 3 o'clock, I want to say. And then we get into Orlando about 2 hours later. So we are taking the Mirrors Connect from the airport to the resort. And our first resort, like I said, is the Riviera. So we will be there for 2 nights. We get in a bit later, so we probably won't do anything crazy. If my daughter is up for it, we might possibly go walk over to Epcot for the fireworks, but that is completely up in the air just based on her mood. So that will be our travel day. Any type of like park transportation for that day will be the Skyliner. Dinner, we'll probably just do a quick service meal, and then possibly the Epcot fireworks. I'm just using the app here to look at our future plans. The day after that, which is the 26th, I will put that in here as well. We will be going to Animal Kingdom. So I am thinking that on this day we will probably do Animal Kingdom a half day and then park hop to Hollywood Studios, because we don't have reservations for Hollywood Studios this trip. We do have annual passes, so we can hop over to this park after 2 p.m. if we want to. So the only things I have on our schedule is to rope drop Animal Kingdom. We don't really have any specific rides that we want to do because we've done them all several times. I like to do Flight of Passage, but it's not like a must-do on my list. There is a few things that I really want to do at Animal Kingdom though this time. So we always like to do the safari. We will probably rope drop that because I hear that the animals are out more so in the morning. So I'm thinking if we get lightning lanes this day, we will try to secure that one for first thing in the morning, and then probably do lunch between 11 and noon. My absolute favorite quick service lunch is in this park, Satuli Canteen. If you don't know, now you know. Their shrimp, rice, and bean bowl is like my absolute favorite Disney meal in the parks. So that is always a must do for me. So I have that on my list as something to eat for lunch that day. And then I like to get a Night Blossom from Pandora. That is like my go-to drink when I'm at the park. So that is also one of my must-dos at the park that day. I think after lunch, we will probably head back to the Riviera, check out the pool, just hang out a little bit and relax before going over to Hollywood Studios, possibly around 4. So I'm thinking at Hollywood Studios, we definitely want to do the Frozen sing-along. That is always a must-do for me, is the Frozen sing-along. I know I am almost 30 this year, but I absolutely love the Frozen sing-along. I think it is the funniest show, and because my daughter is super into Frozen right now, I think she will love it. And Mickey's Runaway Railway. Always a given. I love that ride. My daughter makes me play that song in the car on repeat, so I think she will love that ride this time too. The last time we went, she was about 15 months, so that was back in November, and I think she'll just have a greater appreciation for it. This time being around 19 months this trip, she is super into that song right now. And like I said, very into Mickey, Minnie, all the Fab Five, and the Frozen characters. So that is our first day. We will be going to Fantasmic that night. I love that show. So that is the show that we'll be seeing. And that would be our Animal Kingdom and Hollywood Studios day. The next day is the 27th, and we move to the boardwalk on this day at some point in the afternoon. So I have us rope dropping. Magic Kingdom is the park that we have reservations for. So we will rope drop the park. No specific rides that we have to do there. This is more for our daughter, this park. So I'm thinking maybe just get some pins, do a little pin trading, walk around. We can do whatever rides she is intrigued to do. So maybe the carousel, maybe Small World, things that like pertain to little kids. And yeah, nothing specific for this park except for Tiana's Bayou Adventure. That is like the one must do at Magic Kingdoms. I have that and on my must do's, and another must do is to try the cheeseburger spring rolls. I have really wanted to try those and I have yet to try them. So that is a must do for me this trip. I have us going back to the hotel around lunchtime again. We can kind of hang out, check out the boardwalk pool, maybe walk around the resort a little bit, and then head back to Magic Kingdom in the evening. Probably just do a quick service meal there if we don't do one at the hotel, and then stay for Happily Ever After. So that day is like super loosely planned. Don't have any must-dos. I just am typically at Magic Kingdom for the vibes and the vibes only. Yeah, we will stay for Happily Ever After, and our transportation that day will have to be the bus, I'm assuming, since that is off of the Skyliner Loop. So the 28th is the day that I don't have anything planned. We're gonna do that together, and this is going to be our Epcot day. So I'm gonna go ahead and write in my must-dos for the day and our little schedule, and then we can go over it together. Okay, so I just put in our plans for the 28th and our travel day home on March 1st. So again, Epcot is a super flexible day. So our plan is to rope drop the park that day for the Frozen ride. We want to take our daughter on that one. She did that ride when she was like 5 months old, but obviously had no idea what's going on. So this time she will have a new appreciation because she loves Frozen. So I'm thinking we do that. That's really like our only morning plans. We will probably just kind of walk around World Showcase, see if there's anything else she wants to do. One of our must-dos at the park this time is to meet Anna and Elsa because I think she will love it. We typically don't get in line to meet the princesses at the parks just because the waits are typically long, but we want to do that for her this time. I think we will head back to the resort around noon, maybe again check out the pool. We don't typically leave the parks midday like this, but this trip we really want to enjoy the resorts, so I think we are going to go back to them midday on each of the days and just kind of really make this a chill experience. I think we will head back to Epcot around 4, maybe walk around World Showcase a little more. This is again flexible, and then check out the fireworks show at night because we have yet to see the Epcot fireworks show, and this show has been out for like I don't know, 3 years or something crazy. We've been multiple times and we have never seen this show. I don't always hear the best things about it, so it was like never a top priority for me, but I do want to see it this time. Some other must-dos is possibly to ride Guardians. That's one of my favorite rides, so if we can get a lightning lane for that, I would love to ride it. And then the only other must-do we have is to go to La Cava and try the PMM Old Fashioned. We are big Paging Mr. Morrow fans. We finally met him after 4 years of watching his channel on our last trip, and he made a peanut butter Old Fashioned with La Cava in the Mexico Pavilion, and we have been wanting to try it. I am not an Old Fashioned fan myself, but my husband does like them, and so we have been talking about trying this on every trip that we've gone on, and we have yet to do so. So maybe this will be the trip. Our last day and travel day home is March 1st. So the only thing we have that day is a breakfast reservation at Trattoria Al Forno. That is one of our favorite, if not our favorite, breakfast place that we've had at Disney. They have an exceptional breakfast menu. I'm so excited to eat the pancakes. I really hope they're still on the menu. We will be on the boardwalk that night, so we will be going to that breakfast spot in the morning, and then we will probably just hang out at the resort and maybe check out Disney Springs. I always like to go to Disney Springs and check out World of Disney before we fly home that night. So super quick trip. I'm just excited to be going in general. I'm hoping to go back at the end of the year for my 30th birthday, because when you're a Disney adult, that's how you want to spend your 30th, right? Am I right? I forgot to mention I'm also doing something really fun this trip. I am a wedding photographer, and I am meeting up with another Disney creator on here. Her name is Madison, and I'm meeting up with her and her husband Dayton to take some photos of them around the boardwalk and on the Skyliner. I think we're doing that on the 27th, so I'm so excited to meet up with them and get to take their pictures. I'm bringing all the cameras on this trip. I love to shoot film when we go to Disney, and I just got a Super 8, so I'm hoping to make like a super vintage film of our trip. That is all our plans for this trip. I'm hoping to make a pack with me video after this one. The other little thing that I wanted to share in this video was just a few items that I picked up for this trip that I'm excited about. So I actually took Madison's advice and went on Depop for this trip, and I grabbed a couple things, so I want to show those. I got this like Mickey bomber jacket. It's like rain jacket material. I'm hoping it'll be chilly enough to wear this on this trip, but I am just obsessed with it. I saw it on Depop and was like, have to have it. So if you don't watch Madison, check out her channel, but that is like a hack that I am now obsessed with. We did a little bit of shopping on there before this trip to kind of pick up some items at a lower cost. One of the other things that I picked up on Depop is this shirt here. It says Mickey Mouse Snow Boy, and it's Mickey and he is skiing, and it has like a little collar on it, but it's like almost like a crop, but not fully a crop. So those are two of the newer things that I picked up, and I'm hoping to grab some of the merch on this trip as well. I cannot forget the final thing that I got. I bought this on Disney Store, and I was gonna wait till we got to the parks, but I couldn't help myself. I got a little mix-it for this trip. I got the Pluto with the Haunted Mansion hat, and I'm hoping at the parks I'll be able to find Daisy with the Olaf costume. So that is everything I picked up so far for this trip and our plans for this trip. So if you guys like Disney content, lifestyle content, hopefully you will stick around. I plan on vlogging our trip, and stay tuned for a pack with me video. I will see you guys soon.